sí, baby, I know. Esta to me es beso. I'm trying to, because Archie's still eating, so.
I know. Archie, can you stop? We're trying to record.
You don't want him to eat?
He's fine.
It's 5 p.m. and I haven't had water today. Hey, everyone. Isn't that sweet? I guess so. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Unearthed Opinions, a TTRPG podcast where we give you our opinions that you didn't ask for. I'm Z. My pronouns are they, them.
I'm Gray, also they, them.
And today we're going to talk about a new thing, Villainous Origins. But first, we're going to do a little life update.
Yeah. So we have been, we had a really fun thing where we taught some friends how to play D&D recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was your first experience teaching someone, right? Am I wrong about that?
Kind of, except for that thing that we had like not 2 years ago, before COVID, where we played with like a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like,
it was a little less hands. You also have a lot more experience now.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But
yeah, these were some people that had literally never had the chance to play and they really wanted to learn. And I just ran a little one shot. Z was one of my players.
I burped a little. I'm so sorry.
And they also helped me teach everyone. So that was a fun time. That was a good one. They were a very fun group. They really got into it. So it was an all female and they them group.
Yeah.
No boys.
No boys allowed.
Yeah. So
it was great. Like the company that we had, they were so into it.
Well, they were all actors,
Yeah.
which does help. Yeah. And they were all really funny. And I loved how everybody named their character after a famous singer of some sort. Like there was a Shakira, and she would yell Shakira. It was very good. It was very. I was amazed at how positive a first time experience that was.
It was great.
Yeah.
Also, you may notice this episode, I'm louder finally. We had some technical issues when we were using GarageBand.
We have been trying to figure out why Z always sounds quieter, but like I will be further away from my microphone.
I will have my mic up to my mouth, and it's still, when we record and like listen back, it sounds like I'm whispering.
So we're trying something new, and so far it seems to be working. Yeah. So hopefully you can hear all of Z's unasked for opinions even better now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, another fun little life update is that our entire D&D group has been doing this really fun thing where they've all been we have all been making our D&D characters in Tamagotchi life.
Yeah.
And just seeing what happens.
Oh, it's great.
And it's been funny and chaotic, and the wrong characters have been falling in love with each other.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Our characters just got married.
In someone else's.
Yeah,
not in mine.
No, it was in our DM's game. Our characters that we play for them fell in love and got married, which is funny because that's our plan with the characters eventually. So it was like, perfect. We have been ramping up for our actual play.
Yes.
Where we will be playing. I do not have the name of the stream yet.
Right.
I think that our DM is still deciding on it, but it's going to be us and a fellow player, and then our dungeon master Dan,
who is our third on another podcast that we do called Let's Talk About It.
Yes, please come check it out. I think it'll be a really good time. I don't feel like this is giving too much away, but me and Z will be playing twins, and that's all we'll say. You can see how chaotic that could be.
Identical, mind you.
Identical twins. It's true. But yeah, that'll be really cool. I'm excited. I've played a lot of D&D. I've done all sorts, but I've never done an actual play.
No.
Like I've done an actual play podcast. I've never done an actual play streaming live online like that. Like this is going to be a new one for me.
You DM'd one once.
Oh, you're right. Yes, but that was Quest. Yes, I did. I forgot about that.
So yeah, I've also never really experienced D&D outside of our current friend group that we normally play D&D with, like little one shots here and there, like teaching other people how to play. But this will be my first time doing it for an audience, so I'm a little nervous.
It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Don't worry. So today we're going to be talking about the Villainous Options. I actually thought it was Villainous Origins, and it's Villainous Options.
Oh,
So
well, I read
optional
that wrong
villains.
on my sheet.
No, I wrote it wrong.
Well, yes.
So you read it correctly. So this is a as of us recording this, they're in the playtest of the second half because they released this in two waves. There was Villainous Options 1, which ended its playtest already, and then this is Villainous Options 2, which is out now, which the playtest might be over by the time this goes out. But it is the first time that I have seen a content warning. It literally came with a content warning of body horror, disease, and insects that some may find disturbing.
I mean, briefly reading through these, and I didn't read like anything past like level 1, but I read their like little synopsis. I was like, oh,
no,
like this is new.
Some of them are interesting,
yeah,
for sure. And the most interesting part is everyone online has been like, we still don't know what this is for, actually.
Yeah.
Because we so originally I thought that this might be tied to the Ravenloft book, but that is already starting to
be playtested.
Yeah, because the Dungeon Masters series that D&D like Wizards of the Coast is putting on is using it. And they have like that Reanimator Artificer and like but this is clearly not part of that. So there must be another book coming that has to do with like
well,
also you're being the villain. You're not being you're usually the hero, which is even more interesting with the Season of Champions.
Well, and then also
approaching
Season of Horror, yes?
Yes, which is kicked off with Ravenloft.
Okay.
So this makes sense. But it's interesting that we're starting with the villains.
Yeah.
And it feels like we're gonna go towards the heroes.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna but
if
this
Season
is cool.
of Champions ends up being like, and you're the big bad, like
That's
so cool.
Fucking awesome.
Right?
That's fucking awesome.
Like the technical like big bad of the campaign is like the hero and you're like the fucked up one. Hey, nobody steal that. I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna run that one day.
But this over the two playtests, there were I think it was 4 in the first one, 3 in the second one. And then the first one also had the villainous like the backgrounds that you could do. So it just had the first wave had a lot more. I think they just broke it up. But let's just jump right in. There's a lot to get through, and there's some fucking cool stuff. So we're starting off with a cleric, a pestilence domain cleric. Do you want to read the flavor text?
Yeah, absolutely. Foment plague and rot. Clerics of the pestilence domain harness supernatural plague and decay to erode their enemies' vitality. Though common folk often regard pestilence as a force of rampant destruction, clerics of this domain wield it with surgical precision. The pestilence domain is associated with gods of poison, disease, famine, and rot. These deities use blighted crops, magical outbreaks, and swarms of insects and vermin to motivate or punish mortals in accordance with their doctrines. Their followers include apothecaries, doctors, poisoners, and royal tasters. Often, followers might devote themselves to a god of pestilence to spare the communities or loved ones from plague. Royal tasters. I never thought about that. Yeah, someone to
like
eat
the ones who try it to see if the
it's
food
not
is poisoned.
Yeah. Huh.
Isn't that interesting? I think this is really cool. I also really like the part of like you might become devoted to this god to spare your loved ones or your community.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe you're not even in it for the love of like being a bad person. You're just like, this is what saved my people. I don't know why this gives very like Prince of Egypt.
I was singing
Were you
it in my
song in your head? Let my people go.
The locusts are at the door.
That's me playing this character.
At level 3, it will be Blightweaver. Is that?
Yeah, it's called Blightweaver.
Got it.
Yeah.
You gain resistance to necrotic and poison damage and cannot receive magical contagions. You also get something called Rot and Fester. which is your cleric spells ignore resistance to necrotic and poison damage, and you can decide which damage type you do if you feel like it.
Yeah, so if you're doing like poison, you can switch to necrotic.
That's cool.
Which is cool because I guess that makes sense. You like have
Well, yeah.
control over the thing that's killing everyone,
Mhm.
or but also I like being able to ignore the resistances.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you think you're good at poison? No, you're not.
Dang. Also at level 3, Plague Blessing. You can use your channel divinity to create a 5-foot emanation from you for 1 minute. Each creature of your choice who enters it must make a con saving throw or gain an exhaustion level, which cannot go higher than your wisdom modifier. And they gain a random symptom from the plague symptom list.
Yeah, you literally start giving people the plague.
That's fucking crazy.
You go.
It's a 1d6. With the options being is drained of all color, appearing in monochromatic grays, sheds metallic rust-hued flakes and creaks while moving, secretes foul-smelling mucus, is surrounded by a cloud of buzzing insects, sprouts fungi or other foliage from its flesh, or is covered in glowing pustules. That's gross.
I know.
Ew, so you could just be like, stinky.
Yeah. You could be like,
ew.
Pocket spiders.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you just like create a plague around you and it just starts like affecting everyone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're literally just like you're so stinky that like stinky. No one wants to be around you.
And you creak while moving. I do.
I was gonna say I do that anyway.
I do.
I stand up and it's like an old house.
Monster house.
That's me. It's drained of all color. Gotta have color to lose it.
It's monster house and monster house. Level 6. How do you say this?
I believe it's virulent burst. Virulent.
Something.
It's a word I've never had to use. I'll just say that.
When a creature hits 0 HP within 60 feet of you, you can create a burst of plague from their body with the size of the explosion, increasing the more exhaustion levels they have. Christ.
Yeah, so you make them real tired.
Yeah.
You put them down at 0.
Oh my god.
You make them explode.
Any creature of your choice who fails the con saving throw and is caught in the emanation either becomes incapacitated for a turn or takes 3d6 necrotic or poison damage. That's at level 6?
Yes.
That's not high at all.
I know. But yeah, so like I also really like the making them more tired.
Yeah. You wear them down.
Makes the explosion bigger, which like I guess implies that like their body isn't strong enough to fight off like the disease that you've inflicted upon them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you could literally make, and I don't believe from what I read it kills the person. It's just that they're at 0 HP and then you create a burst of like
okay.
but it's like you're taking advantage of them going down because they're at their weakest.
I was picturing and then body explodes.
No, I because it doesn't damage them. It damages
everything around.
But you're taking advantage of a foe going down and going.
Oh gosh, at level 17, just the name alone.
Oh yeah,
vermin form. That's
you.
Me.
I know you.
As a bonus action, you can transform into a medium swarm of tiny pests, cockroaches, maggots, rats, for example. You keep your memories and ability to think along with your general shape, but any weapons or equipment does not change with you. However, you can still use the items in this form, and you gain the following stat changes. You are immune to being paralyzed, grappled, prone, and restrained. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. You can enter and occupy another person's space and vice versa, and can climb through rough terrain without an ability check. When entering another person's space or when they end their turn in yours, they take damage equal to your wisdom modifier of either piercing, necrotic, or poison. This transformation lasts for 10 minutes. You can only do it once, a long rest, unless you give up a level 5 or higher spell slot to restore your use of it. So
you just burst into.
Jesus. I mean, level 17, it's very high.
It's.
But you just spiders for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm spiders. That's crazy.
You
I'm
think
rats.
you're the Rat King?
I'm
I'm
rats.
the Rat King. Watch.
And then you don't turn into like, like, oh, and now that you have the mind of like a spider or like whatever.
No, you're
Yeah,
still
you keep
yourself.
your memories, you keep your ability to think. You're just multiple beings.
And the fact that you can then like you get swarm ability though, like also to like occupy other people's space.
Yeah.
And like that's
great.
cool.
I'm spiders. I'm thinking about the Mummy when all those beetles crawl up on that guy.
Yes.
But that's me.
Yes. You're just a bunch of scared
That's
beetles.
crazy.
That's the thing. It says it can be anything. It's just like they just give some examples.
Yeah.
Also, can you
Swarm
imagine?
of tiny pests.
Can you imagine you're fighting a dude and he turns into a bunch of maggots?
Oh my god.
He turns into a person made of worms.
No, I was thinking worms. Then I was like, surely they don't count as pests, do they? Do they?
It just says tiny pests.
Oh god, they're my pests. So probably.
I mean, are maggots any better?
No.
Truly. Like,
ooh.
I feel like I'd be gross. Like, you know what? Goodbye.
Right.
I'm out. I'm out.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry for pissing you off.
I'm so sorry, my big bad. I will not be continuing this adventure. You can be 1,000 little cockroaches.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
Live your little 1,000 little cockroaches life.
You may give the plague. Because I'm done.
Alternatively, what would you do if you found out that the person you were in love with was actually just 1,000 little cockroaches in a trench coat?
What would you do, Ray?
No, I asked first.
Well, what would you do if the person that
don't play the TikTok you reverse loved, the question trend?
What would you do if the person that you loved actually was like a bunch of rats in a hoodie sweater?
You are.
Okay.
You already are.
Ew. You're not cockroaches.
Well, no.
Okay.
What am I?
Who am I?
I like that you didn't answer the question.
I can't think of any. All I can think of is
dude, Prince of Egypt is one of those like religious movies that I will always watch.
Yeah,
it is so good.
I've only seen it once when you showed it to me, but that song stuck in my head, obviously.
God, it's so beautifully animated. That song is so good. The story is honestly like
what was that?
Really good. But yeah, so that's gross.
Pestilence. Fuck. That's gross as fuck.
You see why there's a content warning?
Yeah.
Yeah. After that is the Circle of Titan Druid. Mm-hmm. This is straight up, by the way, just Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Like, and you'll see what I mean. The flavor text is wreak colossal havoc. Mm-hmm. When civilization violates the natural world by deforesting ancient groves, polluting sacred waters, or hunting wildlife to the brink of extinction, druids of the Circle of the Titan intervene. Druids of this order believe that for nature to thrive, society must sometimes fall down. To this end, they assume towering, monstrous forms to met out cataclysmic retribution and forcibly restore the natural order.
That's great.
That's cool,
I
right?
love this.
I actually really like that.
This is not villainy.
I can see how. Okay, but here's the thing. Archie and Maxie in Ruby and Sapphire
yes.
are villains.
Yes.
And they have this like thought process. So do you see like how it could be considered like if I'm not saying that like they're always bad guys, but I'm saying like you can argue that like depending on because like what if it's like the ocean god is like I want all land
more
to be
water.
in the water.
I want more water.
I guess it really depends how you flavor it as a DM or a player. Like it's
because to me, I'm thinking like when you were reading, like deforesting ancient groves, polluting sacred waters. I was like, yeah, we have been doing that. Dog.
No, I know.
Like,
I agree. Yeah. No.
If I could turn into this fucking druid titan and go smash like Elon Musk's fucking, you know what I mean?
Break down like
I take down like oil rigs.
I would take down all the AI data centers.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. No.
This to me, I'm already won.
Yeah.
This is not a villain.
No.
This is my hero.
I'd be like, you're right, King. Step on me. So at level 3, you get a Titan form.
Okay.
When using your wild shape, you can adopt a Leviathan, Insectoid, or Behemoth form. so there's a table that helps you. You can like use it to help decide like aspects of what you look like. Like you could have.
Leviathan is crazy.
No, I know. No, it is.
Level 3.
Well, so they level up with you.
Okay.
I will say. Which I'll go through, but like for Behemoth, you could get like multiple heads, or for Leviathan, you could have a serpentine body, or Insectoid, you could have a bioluminescent exoskeleton. Like,
awesome.
And that's really like if you can't decide what you look like, you can roll on.
This
You can. They have a little
that
table.
Is so cool.
But the three forms. We'll go with Behemoth first. So as you gain Druid levels, you can get bigger. So you start as large, and then at level 10 plus,
the hungry caterpillar.
No, literally, yeah. At level 10 plus, you can become huge, and then at level 14 plus, you can become gargantuan.
Jesus.
And then that does affect like certain stats, but that gets really deep into it. I'm just gonna go over like the basic things. All three of these, just to like say it now, have an attack called Rend. And it's like a you hit and it does like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, depending on like what you do. Like depending on which form you're in. But I'm gonna go over the specific of the forms. So in Behemoth, at level 10, you can do something called rampaging, where you knock people prone who are a size smaller or like even smaller than that than you, just by entering their space. Like you're so big that like you step and it's no, literally you step and it's okay. And then you also deal double damage to objects and structures because you're considered like a siege weapon. And then you also have an ability called an incandescent breath, which is where you basically breathe out in a 60-foot line and you deal 2d8 radiant damage per level of spell slot you have used to do this ability.
Oh my god.
So you just like, but it's radiant. Because you're protecting nature. You're like nature's savior, you know?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is a really good one for like if you're breaking into like a city or something.
Because with when you get Rampager at level 10 is when you get the huge size. No one's huge.
That's what I mean.
Right.
So you're just knocking everyone over, and then you're breaking down their walls, and then you're going right down the center of their city wall.
Godzilla.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about Godzilla like dead ass. I was like, this is how I play Godzilla in a D&D campaign.
This is crazy.
The Leviathan follows the same rules for sizes of level 10, level 14. But in this one, you can breathe air and water. It makes sense. I come from the fucking sea. At level 10, your ability is Toxic Stench. Each creature of your choice in a 10-foot emanation takes 2d4 poison damage and becomes poisoned for a turn.
Okay.
So, and that's just like an ability that you have.
Awesome.
So it's like instead of knocking them prone, you poison them.
You poison them.
And then as a reaction, you have something called Ink Cloud, which is you use a spell slot when you take damage and you create a 15-foot cube centered on yourself and it becomes a heavily obscured area. And then you move your speed out of there.
You made me ink.
No, oh, he made me ink.
This is a squid.
Yeah.
Bye. You ink them, you leave.
If I twirl like this.
It's what is it? It's one of my tentacles is secretly smaller than the other, but you can't really tell, especially when I twirl them like this. That's me as the Leviathan.
I just think that's fun. Like they go hua ho.
That's just crazy.
And then the last one, Insectoid, again follows the same rules of sizing. But your abilities are you get a flyby, which means that people don't get opportunity attacks on you when you're flying. Specifically.
Okay.
At level 10, you get something called Hive Mind, which is where you form a telepathic link with a number of creatures you can see up to the number of your druid level, which seeing as you get this at level 10, you can go do up to 10 immediately. Whether or not you share a language, you still understand each other.
Love that.
They do have to speak a language.
Okay.
So you couldn't do it with like
a dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like if me and a dude that speak like
primordial.
Yeah, exactly. We suddenly can but I can like form a link with all my allies.
Yeah.
To be like,
you're speaking bug and this dude's speaking French.
Yeah.
But you know.
The language of battle transcends. It does. It transcends. And then the last ability is they get something called Energizing Pollen. You expend a spell slot to emit pollen within 15 feet of yourself to heal creatures of your choosing. You get 2d8. Sorry. You get 2d8 plus 5 times the number of the spell slot used, so up, depending on whatever spell slot you're using. And then you divide that healing amongst the creatures you've chosen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My allergies, this would not be healing for me.
Can you imagine
pollen?
You have a pollen allergy and you like your allies like, here, I'll heal you, Z. And you're like,
this kills me.
EpiPen.
I'm sneezing. Oh my god. That's too much. Pollen.
Yeah, literally pollen. So those are like the 3 forms that you get when you get the ability to wild shape, and then they go up depending on your druid level. There's like all these stats that are written out for people to look at, but I think those are cool.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it's very like the force of nature coming in.
Yeah.
And then at level 6 you get Dire Impact, which is where you gain 2 new benefits in your Titan form.
Okay.
You get an Elemental Rend, so that attack that I told you they all have.
Yes.
When using Rend in your Titan form, you can choose to make it do acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage.
Beautiful.
So, especially if you know that something's going to do more.
Yeah.
Why not? Or like, imagine being the siege monster and you pick fire and you start setting fire to like this kingdom or something. Like, you know.
Yes.
And then you also get
Godzilla.
No, literally. You also get something called a shockwave.
Okay.
Immediately upon transformation, or as a bonus action using a spell slot, you create a 15-foot emanation when you wild shape that knocks everyone prone on a failed con save.
This is so cool.
So you're just like, hold on. Whoa! And everyone's like, so whoa! Cool. And they all just fall on their asses.
Oh my god!
And then there's 500 maggots staring at them. Like, imagine. And then the maggots go, here's some pollen. Yeah.
Spiders. I'm imagining spiders like soot sprites carrying chunks of pollen.
That's so funny.
Because it's supposed to be healing, making you eat it.
Yeah. The spiders are crawling into your mouth to like heal you.
Yeah. Spiders in my mouth.
At level 10 you get something called the Primal Havoc.
Okay.
It's nature starts surging through you unbridled. Like nature has really started like so you can choose to become huge when you wild shape, and you gain new abilities in each Titan form, which I went over. And then you get something called Above It All.
Beautiful.
When huge or larger in Titan form, snow, ice, rubble, and undergrowth do not impede your movement as difficult terrain. So you're just like, okay.
Why would that affect Godzilla?
Why would that affect Godzilla? Why would a little bit of snow affect Godzilla?
Doesn't. She don't care.
And then the final thing you get is at level 14, you get a Monstrous Appetite.
Yeah.
You can now become Gargantuan.
Fuck yeah.
And you get an ability called Grappling Rend.
Okay.
Which is when you use your Rend attack, you can grapple someone smaller than you in your Titan form.
Which is everyone.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Unless you got like a kaiju fight.
Yeah.
That's where you can get into like
that's what I was just
fight.
Thinking about.
Imagine you get an artificer that makes
God.
like a big robot.
I'm even just thinking about.
And then you go into your Godzilla form, and then it's just like Pacific Rim style.
Oh
like,
my god. I'm just also thinking about like a different druid, you know? And then
also
you
that.
play,
Yeah.
Kaiju
fight.
God, can we please put in
absolutely.
Absolutely.
We will find a way to include this.
Oh my god.
And then the last thing in level 14 is you can now swallow. It's exactly what you think it is. As a bonus action, while Gargantuan, you can swallow a large or smaller creature that you already have grappled. The creature takes 2d8 acid damage every turn, is blind and restrained, and you must maintain concentration to keep them inside your stomach.
That's insane.
You can swallow as many people as your wisdom modifier allows.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right?
For the people that like Vor, this is gonna be great. This is going to be great for them. And if you don't know what that is, don't look it up.
No, look it up.
No.
Vor.
Don't look-
VORE. Vor.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
You can go.
fucking
Remember when
crazy.
I said Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to play this.
It's fun, right?
So bad.
It's pretty cool.
Godzilla. Here I am.
But like you slowly get bigger. So
Yeah.
like you start out as Godzilla Jr.
Little Godzilla. What's the movie we watched, the baseball star with the baby kaiju?
Oh, Ultraman Rising.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. Oh my god, yeah. That would be
You play the baby kaiju.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's
You
so
play the
good.
baby kaiju, but you care a lot about the Earth, and then you go beat up AI centers.
Well, I was thinking like a cool backstory for this one could be like you grew up as a druid, even just like in a grove of other druids, and then one day like deforestation like killed all your people, and like
That's
the
exactly
force
what I'm
of the
thinking, too.
forest just like
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of fun you can have with that. But the fucking kaiju fight, that's where I'm at. Just
I was
boosh,
actually born
boosh.
a raccoon. You know how sometimes people think Halson's a bear?
You mean
I was
mean
a
Chopper's
raccoon.
backstory?
I was yes. And I eat a fruit.
You eat a fruit
I
and
turn
you
into
become
a raccoon
humanoid.
person.
Yeah. I want a kaiju fight now.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, next up is the Hell Knight Fighter.
This is the one that I think you will like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the flavor text. You inflict hellish wounds and damn enemies. Hell Knights are the champions of archdevils and other high-ranking fiends of the Nine Hells, such as Cambions and Night Hags. Armed with the techniques of the Nine Hells' fiercest warriors, Hell Knights inflict infernal wounds and fight with the tenacity of a devil. Devils and other sinister figures employ Hell Knights to enact their will across the multiverse. A Hell Knight might serve as a soldier on the front lines of the Blood War, while another might be tasked with punishing creatures that violate infernal contracts or flee their consequences. Others act as interplanar bounty hunters, hastening the journey of wicked souls to the River Styx. A Hell Knight's relationship with the Nine Hells is transactional. Archdevils see Hell Knights as an investment, and Hell Knights benefit in turn. The Hell Knight Pursuits table lists reasons why a fighter might become a Hell Knight. So is this technically kind of Karlach?
Kind of, except she's a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can see the like inspiration of Karlach in this.
Yeah.
It's a little less like being sold.
Yes.
And a little more transactional.
I mean,
but like
yeah, more so like, oh, you're fighting the front lines of the Blood War and like shit like that. That's cool. Evil Knight.
Yeah, the Hell Knight Pursuits is like if you're having trouble coming up with why you're a Hell Knight.
Yeah, they always have
they give you
little
some reasons.
Which the reasons that they give you that you might like to look into. You became a Hell Knight because you desired treasures only the Nine Hells could grant you, hungered for power beyond mortal bounds, made a wager with the devil, and lost, sacrificed your soul to spare someone else's, sought vengeance on an adversary who wronged you deeply, or were fooled by fine print in an infernal contract. That's my favorite. That's what my favorite little OC fucked up in his demon deal.
I'm thinking about like on the Santa Claus, the movie, like he has the business card, but then he like zoom, and there's like a bunch of fine print secretly on the card that's like, you are now the Santa Claus forever and ever and ever.
I'm thinking about made a wager with the devil and lost, and it's
violin.
It's the violin song, but it goes wrong, and he doesn't win. That's my character. Fuck, that's so funny. At level 3, you get a diabolical gift. You get Devil's Sight, which you can see normally in dim light and darkness for 120 feet. Do you get both, or do you get Aura?
Both.
Oh, and you get Devil's Tongue. Infernal. So just one day you wake up and a language is in your fucking head.
Pretty much.
You
hear the whispers.
Also at level 3, you get a Hellfire weapon. When taking an attack action, you imbue a weapon you hold with Hellfire, transforming it for 10 minutes. When transformed this way, it lets off 5 feet of dim light and can do fire damage instead of its normal damage. And again at level 3, you get Infernal Wound. You can inflict infernal wounds with your Hellfire weapon and gain a 1d6 infernal wound die, which means you deal an extra infernal wound die with your Hellfire weapon once per turn. While injured this way, a creature takes fire damage equal to your infernal wound die at the start of each of its turns. This lasts for 1 minute until the target regains hit points or someone takes an action to stanch the wound. That's cool.
Yeah.
You just
So
you
you
keep
you stab someone.
it's hot.
It's hot, and then they just continuously keep burning because the flame is so hot. It's
Ugh.
like it like keeps burning their body.
You it's like when blacksmiths, they're like making the sword, and it's red
Yeah.
hot, and I always want to touch it. Ooh, I want to touch it so bad.
That's your weapon.
That's so cool.
It's like you breathe the
Yeah.
fires of hell into it.
Ooh.
You're like, your soul is forfeit.
At level 7, you get a thing called Advanced Wounds. When you roll a 6 on your Infernal Wound die, you apply one of the following: Caustic?
Mhm.
Caustic pus erupts from the wound, giving the creature the poisoned condition and spraying acid in a 5-foot emanation. Damage is equal to your con modifier. That's fucking gross.
So you basically burn them so bad that pus
erupts third degree
out of
burn,
them.
but like right away.
Yes.
The pus blisters.
Yes.
Oh my god. Like a bad sunburn. The wound ruptures and gives force damage equal to your con modifier. Jesus Christ. Pah!
You ever had your wound explode on you? Now you have.
Oh my god. Infernal Rime spreads, giving cold damage equal to your con modifier and stopping reactions until its next turn.
So you get one of those 3.
Okay. That's insane. Oh my god. Have you ever you know when you like pop a pimple and it shoots out like onto the mirror? That's the force damage one.
You could have picked so many less gross.
The wound ruptures and gives force damage equal to your con modifier. Think of another one.
I can't now.
Right.
That's all I'm thinking about.
Exactly.
I was thinking about the Infernal Rime because I'm thinking about like when it's so hot it's cold.
I see.
Like I think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or like when it's so cold it's hot. I guess could be the other direction.
Yeah.
But but that's only if you roll a 6
yes.
on your Infernal Wound die.
Yeah. Also at level 7, you get Hell Forged Equipment, which means while wearing armor or wielding a shield, you gain fire resistance. Very nice. And damage from your weapons / features ignore fire resistance. Also very nice.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you are fighting someone who's like fire dragon, yeah, or something. I don't know. And fuck you, my fire is hotter.
Yeah. Damn. At level 10, you get Hellfire Surge. When using your action surge and wearing armor, you can superheat your equipment. On a failed save, each creature in a 10-foot emanation takes fire damage and starts burning. This is heat metal reversed.
Basically. Yeah.
You're like, you're not gonna heat metal me.
I'm gonna heat metal myself.
That's so cool.
Can't heat metal what's already heated.
Exactly.
Come on, babe.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I also
and then 10-foot emanation. Yeah. Like, you're just so fucking hot.
I just like that it's like you literally action surge and you're going so like hard and fast that you like catch fire.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Level 15, you get Blisters of Avernus. Hellfire leaves behind painful blisters. When you roll a 6 on your Infernal Wound die, you can roll another d6 to add to your damage.
And I didn't include this on here, but they can stack.
That's beautiful.
But you can only do it 3 times.
Okay.
So if you roll a d6 again, you don't get to like you just take whatever the next number is. Okay. But you can stack. Like that's cool. Pretty cool.
At level 18, Hellfire Condemnation. When the damage from your Hellfire weapon or an Infernal Wound brings a creature to 0, it dies and its soul rises from the river Styx. As a lemur?
It is an amorphous, fleshy blob.
Oh,
and it's like
a lemur, maybe.
Yeah, and it's like a tortured soul that lives in hell and like fights for.
I was reading like
no, not
a lemur.
Not a cute little. No, I'm saying like it's like a sack of flesh human that's like being tortured for eternity.
I kill you. I bring you to 0 hits. Your soul rises from the river Styx. Zaboomafoo.
Zaboomafoo, why are you in hell?
Zaboomafoo!
What did you do?
I'm here to teach you about animals.
Did you bring a coin for the boat?
Oh my god. Is he a lemur? People are gonna flame me for that. If the creature isn't revived before 1d4 hours, only a wish spell can bring it back. A lemur!
So you could damn someone to hell.
Damn.
Literally.
It is spelled capital Lemure. Lemur, lemure, lemure.
I believe it's actually
lemure.
I believe I looked it up and it's lemure.
Lemure.
Yeah.
When the sticks hit your eye. And you do surely die, your lemure. Level 18, you also get Infernal Bargain. When you roll a 1 on your Infernal die, you can treat it as a 6.
So that ability you have
Yeah.
where you get things when you get 6, you can get it twice.
Come on.
That's
This
awesome.
is great.
Yeah.
I
Cool,
love
right?
this guy.
I knew you'd like this one.
This is so cool. 1, you're just hot all the time. Hot to touch. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Yeah. Chapel Roan in her night look. Remember that she did?
Yep.
This is
This is her. This is Chapel Roan in her like Joan of Arc.
Oh my god. Turns you into Zaboomafoo in the River Styx.
If Chaperone stabbed me and I turned into Zaboomafoo in hell,
wow,
I'd be like, I have finally had an original experience.
I would wake up and like the 10 Benadryl I took, I'm being, huh?
The Hat Man is
the Hat Man. He's the boat driver.
That's the Hellfire Night. I unfortunately think I would sing Hellfire the whole time I'm playing this.
Hellfire.
I stab you with my Hellfire. Hellfire. Yeah, you got a scarf?
Ew. That sounded, I'm sure
that was
really
awesome.
That
was awesome in the microphone. Yeah, I like that one.
The next one I really want to read.
Yes,
because it is a sorcerer.
It is a sorcerer.
Oh, I love my little sorcerers. Demonic sorcery. I've been waiting for this one. I have been waiting for this one.
Because it's kind of like you almost have to be a warlock.
Exactly.
To
exactly.
get this kind of thing.
And like I hate warlocks. I hate them
I know,
so much.
I know. Oh. I know you do.
Okay. I know. We all know. We know.
Listeners, they hate warlocks.
I do. And if you love warlocks, leave a mean comment.
There it is. I was waiting.
When we get big enough that we can start selling merch,
you're gonna do leave a mean comment.
Leave a mean comment. I won't read them.
Careful.
Stop
patting it.
This little sorcerer. You summon the powers of the abyss. The corruptive magic of demons courses through you, making you a conduit for the infinite layers of the abyss and their horrors. Your gift might stem from a distant demonic ancestry, a fated encounter with a demon that cursed you, or a brush with the dark hunger of the abyss. The abyss is a plane of wickedness and disorder, and this chaos echoes in your innate magic. Abyssal energy erupts from you, warping your body and surroundings in tandem with your sorcery. These abyssal eruptions manifest in strange and gruesome ways. Roll on or choose from the Abyssal Manifestations table to inspire how your connection to the abyss might manifest when you channel your demonic power. Already I'm hooked.
Yep.
Okay. At level 3, you get Abyssal Rupture. A lot of rupturing in these.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why it's very like a content warning. We're gonna have exploding bodies,
bunch of bugs,
lots of bugs,
oogie boogie,
like so many bugs.
Godzilla. When you spend a sorcery point as a part of a magic action or bonus action, you can unleash one of the following effects. Demonic Lash. Creatures within 20 feet takes 1d4 slashing and can be pulled 10 feet closer if large or smaller. Beautiful. 20 feet is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Fiendish Carapace. Attacks against you have disadvantage until your next turn. Also,
I view that one as like, so you used a sorcery point to quicken spell, whatever.
Yeah.
Do whatever you're doing. And then like literal like like bug
That's cool. That's
carapace
cool. That's
like
cool. That's cool.
surrounds
Yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah.
makes it hard to hit you.
Cicada.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking of. That was hot. I'm leaving that in.
No! It wasn't even a good one. It was so small. At level 6, you get Abyssal Aura. When using innate sorcery, reality warps in a 10-foot emanation around you as the abyss unleashes demonic effects. Long rest to regain. Roll a d6 to determine the effect.
And then these are the 6 effects.
Okay.
Under.
The effects are: you create difficult terrain with sticky webs, which can also restrain your enemies. You surround yourself with caustic ooze that acidly burns people and can cause them to fall prone. Create terrifying screams that cause psychic damage and can frighten enemies. Heavily obscure people with spores, and at later levels, the spores can charm enemies. You summon poisonous plants that can give the poisoned condition. Or limbs pop from the ground and sap life, giving necrotic damage and stopping the ability to regain hit points for a turn. That's cool. Arms.
No,
like zombie.
I think these are really cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm imagining Breath of the Wild.
Yes,
the
yes,
fucking
yes,
hands.
the hands.
Oh my god.
Well, then I was thinking about with the spores that heavily obscure and then later can charm. I was like, oh, just playing poison ivy.
I don't understand that reference.
Somebody will.
Someone will.
Yeah.
Not me. At level 14, you get Abyssal Conduit. Your Abyssal Aura is now 20 feet, and you have Controlled Chaos. You now roll twice on the Abyssal effects table and choose which one you use. At level...
And then I didn't write this, but if you roll the same number twice, you get to choose anything.
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
So there's always a chance of like I get to
Snake Eyes. Hands. And at level 18, you get Fiendish Servant. You cast Summon Fiend with no components, and you must pick a demon for the summoned fiend's type.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that little guy from Baldur's Gate that's like, Master!
I think it would be something much stronger.
You don't know how strong he is. We never fought him.
That's true. But yeah, you could just summon like a little dude that like...
Yeah, I'm not talking about Shovel. I'm talking about
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying, but I'm still saying.
Yeah.
We don't know. He's just a butler. But like, yeah, you just like summon a little dude that like, and you don't use any components.
That's so cool.
You're just like,
little dude.
Hey, little dude.
Hey, little dude.
You can go take care of that for me.
That is so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, do you like that one?
I do. I wish I had a little more. Because I feel like the fighter one had a lot. It's like level 3, level 3, level 3, level 7, level 7, level 10, you know? And then this one's like level 3, level 6, 14, 18. You're done.
Trade-off is the spells you get as a sorcerer and the other sorcerer abilities kind of outpace a fighter.
Yeah.
You know,
this is true.
But that's why, I mean, it's in playtest and stuff like this. Some of this stuff might change, but
yes, just as the pugilist did since we read it.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's fun,
right? I was like, okay, let's get a little warlock sorcerer in there. Come on.
You know how I feel about warlock.
But next up is the Path of Lament Barbarian.
When I just read Path of Lament, I thought it was going to say Bard, and then it said Barbarian. And now I'm like very intrigued.
Yeah. It's transform bitter anguish into supernatural rage. Barbarians who walk the path of lament hone their regrets into deadly weapons and channel their deepest sorrows into rageful action. Propelled by supernatural grief, their fury grants them gifts from beyond the grave. A barbarian may choose the path of lament, but more often the path is thrust upon the barbarian by unhappy accident. At the heart of the barbarian's rage are great trauma and unresolved grief, painful emotions fueled by haunting memories that rise to the surface during adrenaline-filled moments. You can roll on or choose a result from the Path of Lament Origins table to inspire the incident that forms the root of your despair.
This is cool.
It's literally that you had a horrific loss of some kind, and that
This
fuels
is
your
great.
rage.
I
love
love
this
this.
one. I love the abilities that come with it. Let's get into it. Level 3, you get a Banshee's Wail.
Beautiful.
When you rage, you unleash a wail in a 30-foot emanation. Each creature of your choice who fails the saving throw takes psychic damage equal to 1d12 plus your rage damage bonus,
Wow.
and they become deafened for 1 minute.
That's beautiful.
So you transform and you let out this like
Yeah.
guttural, yeah, Banshee's Wail. Ooh, and Banshees are known for like alluding to death also. So like you hearing a Banshee's wail as you go deaf and then you get wailed on literally by a barbarian. Perfect. And then at level 6 you get Commune with Dead. You can cast Speak with Dead as a ritual spell.
Cool.
Which is obviously slightly unusual for a barbarian to get a
Yeah.
spell, but that's why it's a ritual.
Yeah.
And there was some more like stats with it, like on how you like cast it. But
Yeah.
the point is you can,
You
but
can.
It's because I think you're just so filled with grief that like speaking to the
Yes.
dead is like a
Yeah.
consolation
This is
in a
cool.
weird way. Yeah. At level 6, you also get Horrifying Strike. Once per turn, while attacking when raging, you can horrify your victim, giving them the frightened condition on a failed save. You just scare them to death. That's it.
That's good.
Right? I just also think a lot of these
you rage and people are like, oh fuck.
No, literally. You hit them and they're like, I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
At level 10, you get Otherworldly Anguish. Your sorrow is so deep it extends beyond the grave and gives you the following benefits. You get a Deathly Wail. If a target fails a saving throw against your Banshee's Wail and has hit points equal to or lower of twice your barbarian level, so this would be at this point 20 or lower, they drop to 0 hit points instantly.
Damn.
You just like you
Scream
rage,
to death.
you rage, and they just die. Basically.
Wow.
You cannot be possessed when you hit level 10.
Cool.
And you get resistance to cold and necrotic while raging, which is cool because that's on top of your usual like piercing, bludgeoning.
You cannot be possessed is kind of crazy to read. I don't think I've ever read that in a class.
I'm sure that that's somewhere, but like this one specifically,
but like as
it's
a feature,
like,
right?
Yeah,
like
no, straight up once you're level 10 barbarian,
cannot be possessed.
Can't be possessed.
Which leads me to think that whatever this is coming out with
is gonna have ghosts. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, reading these,
it's gonna have like a possession mechanic of some sort. That
there's also got to be more exhaustion things in here.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. No, I agree. I'm very excited for whatever book this is gonna be in. It's gonna be weird.
That was just one that
I also think there's gonna be a lot of bugs.
Yeah. It kind of like you cannot be possessed, and my little antenna was like, whip, huh? What? Why do you need to specify that?
Yeah, why'd you have to specify, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. And then at level 14, you get a Sorrow Form. When raging, you can empower yourself with undeath once per long rest.
Wow.
You are immune to charm and frighten and cannot gain exhaustion levels.
Beautiful.
When a creature fails against your Horrifying Strike, it takes 2d10 necrotic and you regain an equal amount of hit points. And you are considered undead.
Wow.
So you get so mad, you die.
I die. That Pokemon.
I was gonna say it's
Primate. Primate. But the dead one.
Yeah.
What's it called? I don't know.
You know, I know what you mean.
I get so mad I die.
Yeah, literally.
That's crazy.
Is that cool?
I love this.
Yeah. I really, really like the concept of like going through grief so deep that like
just changes
it changes who you are.
Yeah.
And like sometimes the grief overtakes you so much that like you like start bringing in otherworldly forces around you.
This is definitely a character I would play.
Right?
You know,
I know you don't normally like barbarians.
No, but this is definitely
I could see you playing this.
Because I love giving my character trauma, number one.
True.
I love playing into the emotions of my characters. Roleplay is my favorite thing in D&D. Even as sorcerer, I found a way to like make the spells kind of happen with like the emotions that like Saul was going through and all that. So this is hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I think this is a really cool, interesting
they made this
on
for
barbarian.
Me. They made it for me.
Okay, so there's two more. There's a monk and there's a warlock.
Okay. Let me read monk.
I know. That's why I was saying it. I was going to say, would you like to read monk?
Give me
so that I read warlock.
Yes.
Yes.
You
okay.
know so well.
I do. I really do.
Love you. This sounds really fun.
Yes.
Warrior of Venom Monk. you channel the cauldron of your own toxicity. Yeah, babe. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. You think I'm toxic?
The taste of you. Warriors of venom pollute their internal reservoirs of power to become poison incarnate. Through years of focus and the study of poison in all its forms, these monks learn to harness their own toxicity to impair and envenom foes. Contact with a warrior of venom, even the slightest touch or a single drop of blood, can be as deadly as a viper's bite.
So their literal blood is toxic.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I know.
Level 3. You gain Envenom Weapon. You use a focus point to apply toxins produced with your blood to a monk weapon you're holding. It retains potency for 1 minute or until you hit someone. Slowing Toxin. The target's speed is halved, has no reactions, and must pick either a bonus action or action until your next turn. Or Normal Venom. Target takes poison equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. Also at level 3, you get Potent Arsenal. You gain and have proficiency with a poisoner's kit. Additionally, you can change poison dealt with a monk weapon or feature to acid damage instead. That's great. Level 6, Toxic Touch. As a magic action with a focus point, you apply a toxin to a creature that you touch, and they become poisoned on a failed con save, and then one of the following happens. Intoxicant? Intoxicant. They are charmed until hit. Sedative. They fall asleep. Truth serum. They cannot lie. That's great.
Right?
That's cool.
You can force someone to tell the truth.
Shh, Simba. and then it's Zone of Truth. Woo! That's so cool. Sleep. Sedative. Benadryl in your tea. Hatman. At level 11, you get Toxic Refiner. You gain immunity to poison damage because your body can filter it naturally. This was made for me when I wanted Peps to microdose bleach. I simply think if you microdose bleach every day, you could be immune to it in no time.
You'd be immune because you'd be dead.
Royal Podcasting does not actually think that this is true. Please do not microdose bleach. Thank you. When you're subjected to poison damage, your envenom weapons options deal extra damage. And when you ingest poison, you regain health. Fuck, that is so cool. Bleach in my mouth. That is so
Somebody's like, hold on,
cool.
I'm trying to poison this person. Pours it in your drink, and you're like, oh, thanks, bro. Your wound heals.
Idiots.
And they're like, oh, fuck. The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
He's supposed to be dead. Yeah, weird. That's this monk.
Straight up.
This is Cusco. Left. At level 11, you get Toxic Blood. When hit with a melee attack, the attacker takes 1d6 poison damage, and when bloodied, it becomes a roll of your martial die. Can't even touch me.
So other people stabbing you or doing whatever at melee range just
can't touch me.
Hurts them.
And at level 17, you get a hallucinogenic breath. You can replace one of your attacks with 2 focus points to breathe a hallucinogenic vapor at a creature within 30 feet. On a failed save, the target takes poison damage and becomes frightened and must move away using the dash action on its turn unless there is nowhere to move. So not only do you take away their action, you get them as furthest from you as possible. They take poison damage. This is fucking crazy.
Isn't that good? You literally your toxic ass breath scares them away from you, and they're going stinky, and they run.
I put 30 Benadryl in my mouth.
What is with you and Benadryl?
Could you listen? I chew. I do the hallucinogenic vapor. Hallucinogenic. I'm the Hat Man. And they're like, oh my god.
I'm thinking of the SpongeBob episode. Yeah.
and then put that when I go in the edit, the fish. This is so cool. This, oh my gosh, I think this one, the barbarian and the fighter, are my favorites.
Well, we still got one more.
No, we don't.
We have the primordial patron warlock.
Wow!
You invoke scions of elemental chaos. Your pact draws on the inner planes, the realms of elemental forces, and the building blocks of the multiverse. Warlocks of this pact act as heralds of ancient and destructive scions of air, earth, fire, and water, such as the elemental evils. These warlocks prepare the ways for their patrons' eventual arrival on the material plane by creating elemental nodes, areas suffused with energy from the elemental planes. When you choose this subclass, choose an element from the primordial patrons table, which suggests potential patrons and determines the damage type for certain subclass features. So yeah, you would pick between earth, air,
Evil
wire, fire.
avatar.
Yeah, basically. You can when you level up technically switch
Okay.
the
Damage type.
elements.
Okay.
Yes. Which I have personal feelings on, as discussed in a previous episode. Because why would you change what god you're trying to help if that's where your power is coming from?
I mean, what if one god starts fucking you over and you know what? I'm going over to the water one.
If there's a story reason, I'll
Yeah.
go with it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, if you do air, you do thunder damage. If you have earth, you do acid damage. Fire, obviously, and then water, cold damage.
It could also be, elements all work together. Maybe all the gods do too.
Yeah.
They're like siblings or whatever
That's
the fuck,
fair.
and you're
That's
like bouncing between.
So they did create some Eldritch invocations
Mhm.
that you don't have to take, but they're like recommended to be with this class, like this subclass, because they kind of like work in tandem with the abilities. The two Eldritch invocations are there's Elemental Overflow. When you cast a spell that deals a chosen element type, so you choose from like several elements, you become surrounded by the element,
Cool.
causing melee attacks against you to take 1d4 of that type in retaliation.
Beautiful.
You can take this invocation multiple times to do different damage types.
Okay.
And then the other invocation is Elemental Transmutation. You again at the beginning choose an elemental damage type, and you replace any other elemental damage type with the chosen one if you would like to. So, like, if you are trying to do thunder damage and you only want to do fire damage, you can just, and you chose fire, that's it. Like, you can just decide to only do fire damage.
Cool.
So those are two that are like recommended to go with this if you would like, because they're so elementally focused. At level 3, you get your elemental node. As a magic action, you create a 5-foot sphere within 60 feet of yourself. The magic resembles your chosen element, and you can choose to move it 30 feet on a bonus action. And then on a failed dex save, every creature takes 1d6 of your chosen element type, with which increases the more warlock levels you gain. So you just make a little. That's what my notes sounds like.
And then the people only listening to the podcast will know exactly what you're doing within this audio medium.
At level 3, you also get elemental spells. You gain always prepared spells, warlock spells that correlate to your element.
Yeah.
There's a table that you can go look at, but it's at the different levels. My thing is, so you get some primordial spells, which are just like, you just get those from being a primordial warlock, right? But then if you have earth, air, fire, water spells, do they change when you switch elements between levels? Is my question. Because like if I choose,
you gain always prepared warlock spells that correlate to your element.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, so if I have the air spells, but then I decide to switch to water for some reason, do I have to switch all my spells?
I would think so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's what I took from that. Okay. So yeah, you become the avatar, literally.
I feel like it's in lunar sorcery.
The like type of moon.
The type of moon correlates in what spell you can have in that long rest.
Got it. Okay.
So I feel like and the sheet does it for you. It like locks you out of spells.
Okay.
If you are a certain type of lunar sorcery.
There you go.
So I feel like, and D&D Beyond will correct me if I'm wrong when it happens, but I feel like if you're like water, it'll like lock out the spells that like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dum, dum, dum.
So,
Excuse me, it's D&D Beyond.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
And then
you
they punch you
fucking
in the
idiot.
face.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At level 6, you get the Elemental Haven, because your elemental node becomes a shield. You get elemental protection. Inside of the node, you gain an AC bonus equal to your charisma modifier, which is good.
Yeah.
And then you get elemental teleport. On a bonus action, you can teleport to your node.
Okay.
So if you're like, for some reason, somebody pulled you far away or like something, you can go,
nope,
and I'm back in my shield, right? And then at level 10, you get primeval protection.
Okay.
Resistance to your chosen element and immunity while within your node. So if you chose fire, you're resistant to fire, and then you're immune to it inside the node, for example. And also, your node becomes a 10-foot sphere. It's cool because like you can either move it to hurt people, or you can keep it on yourself and like give yourself protection.
Yeah.
But then also, if you pull people into it, like with the lash, for example.
Yes.
So, and then level 14, we have the Elemental Harbinger. You get an Elemental Vortex. While within your node and using a Pact Magic spell slot, you can attempt to pull a creature into the sphere with a Strength saving throw. So you go, come here. Your Elemental node now lasts for an hour.
Beautiful.
And then you are a Primordial Herald. While within your node, you can cast Planar Ally without a spell slot, which is a crazy spell to get basically for free. But you only regain this after 2d4 long rests.
Oh, wow.
So you have to roll 2d4 and you have to wait that long. It's a good spell, though.
It's a great spell.
Yeah.
2d4 long rests? God, that's like 5 months at the rate that we play. Fuck.
So you would save it for like a good moment.
It didn't grab me.
No?
No. It's giving like evil Avatar, but also
it's the adult Avatar film that got leaked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They said that they found the guy, they arrested him.
For doing the Lord's work. They booed Jesus because they thought he was wrong. God damn.
Paramount Plus, we do not condone.
Paramount Plus, I do condone. Do you think they're gonna fucking listen to this? Paramount Plus, leave a mean comment. Fuck you guys. When this, it's not even villainous to me, is the thing. It's kind of
just... is because you're technically trying to help release an evil elemental from the elemental planes.
Okay,
that's the part that like your power is helping like pave the way for and like the person giving you your power to like come here.
Yeah.
Because you don't want those people in the material plane.
Well, I'm in here. I mean, isn't that like kind of every warlock, really?
Well, no, they're not all trying to bring a god.
Well, no,
back, but like it's.
But I feel like warlocks are always kind of tied to like taboo.
I mean, a little bit
things, you know. It's fine. And I'm not just saying that because it's warlock.
No, I think you are.
No, I'm not.
Hate warlocks.
No,
you hate warlocks.
So much.
No. So you don't hate warlocks. You love them.
Well, no.
Okay, out of all of these, which one was your favorite of the classes?
I cannot pick a favorite, but my top 3 were the monk, barbarian, and fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sorcerer was a little kind of a little dud for me personally.
Okay.
And if you don't have the same opinion, that's fine. And everybody has their different opinions. Leave them in comment. I kind of just wish there was more with the sorcery.
That's fine.
That's it.
But I think I like the fighter one a lot.
Oh god, but even the cleric, I'm going back into cleric.
Oh, that one's cool.
The fact that I could just be 1,000 spiders. That's so cool. That I think would be very cool to play against as a big bad.
Yes.
More so than what, like, I don't think I would want to play that class, but I would love to fight that class.
Yes. I see what you mean. Yeah.
The barbarian, I've never really wanted to play a barbarian before. that really struck me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love seeing something.
Yeah. I mean even Monk. Like
That
I'm
Venom monk.
starting to kind of lean towards liking Monk a little bit more with the one that came out last time. Um
The magic monk that like was
mhm.
negating.
Yeah. A lot of stuff. This is fun. This is great. What's your favorite? The fighter.
I think it's the fighter. Yeah, fighter and barbarian actually, which is weird because I normally like the magic casters
Me
more, but
too.
I love
They fell a little flat for me,
they.
except for the cleric.
It's not that for me. It's that I just like the concepts
Yeah.
because I did like the druid. I will say, the
Yes.
Titan druid.
Oh, I forgot about the Titan druid.
Don't you love ADHD?
Oh no, my psych says I don't have it. The Godzilla, yeah, Godzilla Titan druid.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
So we actually have one more little thing.
Oh,
Um, it's not a class. At the end of the playtest, they
okay.
had something called the Paths of Villainy. Uh, it is the path of the Death Knight and the path of the Lich. Each path presents a selection of feats, so this is not required.
Okay.
It is their suggestion on feats that represent a character's transformation into one of these two villainous archetypes. So if you really want to lean into one, they kind of like give you like a path to go down. So
okay.
like go there. I'm just gonna like briefly like I'm not gonna go too deep into these, but like I think they're interesting. Um so first we have the path of the Death Knight.
That sounds fun.
Its Death Knights are dastards, deserters, and disgraced champions, undead warriors who march towards perdition to fulfill selfish desires and slake their bloodthirst. A Death Knight's martial prowess is inextricably tied to their evil nature, but their heinous deeds extend far beyond the battlefield. Um, it's each Death Knight is very unique. Every Death Knight's descent into villainy begins with a significant and dishonorable act.
This is giving, I can see Oathbreaker Paladin,
Yes.
and then turns into Death Knight.
Yes.
This is cool.
So they give you like if you need like help. They have a Knight's Journey table, so it's like intentionally harmed an innocent person, abandoned your companions on a battlefield, offended a benevolent god, like just those sorts of things. So like something
offended
that...
a but hey,
me all the time.
Oh, fuck you.
Violated a sworn oath, so Oathbreaker. Yeah, see exactly what you said. So they're
I texted in church once and I had to become a Death Knight.
Fuck. I cursed on holy ground.
Oh god.
So they give some Death Knight feats. To complete the path of the Death Knight, begin by taking the Death Knight Initiate feat, followed by any other path of the Death Knight feat you choose. Finally, when you reach level 12 or higher, take the Death Knight Ascension feat. The Death Knight Initiate is you up your strength or charisma, but then you also get something called death points. So you gain access to powers of undeath. So the death points are basically you get a number equal to your proficiency bonus, and you can use the death points to use certain Path of the Death Knight benefits.
This is so cool.
And then you also get Dread Strike, which is you always have the Wrathful Smite spell prepared.
Okay.
And you cast it without expending a spell slot by using the death point. So like that's where they'll start coming in. You get a free smite basically.
Lovely.
The target has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws to avoid or end the spell's effects. So
this is fun.
Yeah. And then you also have Dread Authority, which you have to have the Death Knight Initiate first, and then this is after. You get something called Dread Command. You always have the command spell prepared. So you can cast it without, again, with a death point. And then you can also cast the spell using any spell slots you have. When you expend a death point to cast command, undead targeted by it have disadvantage on the saving throw against the spell.
Okay.
You also have Harbinger of Doom, which gives you Ill Omen, and you always have the Bane spell prepared. And then if you use the death points to cast Bane, the affected target subtracts 1d6 instead of 1d4. So like worse Bane, basically. You have the Deathly Presence feat, which is the Awful Presence. You have the Fear spell prepared. And when you use death points to cast Fear, You also deal 2d6 psychic damage to each creature that fails its saving throw against the spell, in addition to the spell's normal effects.
Jeez.
Yeah, these are like really interesting.
Yeah.
You have the Unholy Steed, which is you get a spectral steed. You always have
But unholy.
yeah, but unholy.
Sings the horse. And the body show.
That's a song that plays as it arrives.
It's on like the two legs. Like,
Fuck. You get the Unholy Steed. You always have the Find Steed spell prepared. When you expend death points to cast Find Steed, the summoned steed is a fiend, and targets you choose have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws against its fell glare. So, and then the last thing that you can get at level 12 plus, which you have to have 2 of the Path of the Death Knight feats also.
Okay.
So this is like the last part of your journey.
Mhm.
You get Death Knight Ascension, which is your path to becoming a Death Knight is now complete. Your creature type is undead.
Okay.
You have Unholy Anatomy. You have resistance to necrotic and poison damage, and you don't gain exhaustion levels from dehydration, malnutrition, or suffocation.
That's great.
And then you get a Hellfire Orb. As a magic action, you can expend 1 to 5 death points to throw an orb of pure hellfire at a point you see within 120 feet. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the chosen point makes a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 fire damage and 2d6 necrotic damage per death point expended.
Lord.
So that can just go up.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the unholy anatomy. You turn non-binary.
And now you're resistant.
And you have unholy anatomy.
The government at me. So that's the Path of the Death Knight. That's like, those are like, you don't have to take all those feats. It's like you have to take the Initiate, and then you have to take 2 of the ones in the middle, and then you have to take the Ascension at the end if you want to complete it.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you really want to commit
I think
to
this
this
is
path.
really cool.
Yeah. The other option is the Path of the Lich.
Okay.
Liches are powerful spellcasters who have conquered death through the relentless pursuit of arcane power. All liches undergo a ritual that binds their soul to a spirit jar, a personal and well-protected object that allows the lich's destroyed body to reform as long as that object is intact. So it's you trying to become a lich. That's what this path is.
God, that's
path,
good.
I know. The path to lichdom is unique to each who walks it. You must fulfill a personal and often profane ritual. And they give you a little table again. For example, there's consume 100 souls to strengthen your magic.
Okay.
There's use ancient abjuration magic to conceal yourself from the gods of death. Craft a potion from your victim's remains and imbibe it beneath a full moon. And others.
Sure.
But yeah. So in order to take the path to becoming a lich, you would take the Lich Initiate feat, followed by any other path of the Lich feat you choose, and then you reach level 12, you take the Lich Ascension feat. So at level 12, you become a Lich. I'm failing, is what I'm hearing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the Lich Initiate is you take the first steps towards Lichdom, which involves creating your spirit jar, a magic vessel that anchors your soul to the world of the living in the event of your body's destruction.
Okay.
You gain the following benefits: your ability score increase, but then you also get creating your spirit jar. Choose a tiny object of great significance to you. Roll on or choose from the spirit jar table. So they have some stuff like it can be an acorn from a forest destroyed a long time ago, or an inkwell that you use to scribe your first spell. Like
Cute.
just something important.
Yeah. I'm thinking about what's the spell spirit. Is it literally called spirit jar?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trap.
Yeah. That's what this is. Yeah. You spend a long rest anchoring your soul to this object, allowing you to consume the souls of the living to bolster your own power. You can only have one spirit jar at a time.
Okay.
And then if your spirit jar is destroyed, you gain 2 exhaustion levels, and you can't use the soul siphon ability until you create a new one.
Okay.
And then soul siphon. You reduce a humanoid enemy to 0 hit points. You can consume its soul and gain a boost of arcane energy. No action required.
Okay.
On your next turn, the first creature you hit with an attack takes extra necrotic damage equal to 1d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. You also gain this ability if someone else reduces a humanoid enemy within 10 feet of you to 0 hit points. So,
This is great.
yeah.
I want to be a lich.
I think this is cool. Like, it can also be a really fun way to create a villain.
Yeah.
Of like how like it gets you into the head of like how did they become a lich?
Yes.
What item are they using?
Mhm.
Like blah blah. Like there's all these things, right? You have arcane restoration as a feat. You get essence rejuvenation. When you use soul siphon to consume a soul, you can choose one or more expended spell slots to recover. So you just and then you can cast more spells. You get the transfer life feat as an option. Soul transference. When you use soul siphon to consume a soul, you can choose a creature within 60 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points. So and then I go, feel better.
There you go.
Yeah. And then you're like,
I regurgitate
dude,
it into your mouth.
is that
baby,
a dead
baby
guy's?
bird style.
Is that a dead guy? Did you just put a dead guy on me?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'll take it back.
Right. Give it back, but fucking fucker.
And then you have Undead Grasp as an option. It's a paralyzing touch. You know the chill touch cantrip. If you already know it, learn another cantrip.
Beautiful.
When you deal damage with chill touch, you can expend a 1+ spell slot to attempt to paralyze the target. The target takes 1d10 necrotic damage per level of the spell slot expended and must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or have the paralyzed condition until the start of your next turn. Just freeze them in place.
No.
You go, stay there.
Stay.
And then the other people come in and start hitting them, and then you go at their soul. So there's the 3 in the middle.
What's
you can
up?
choose.
Man, this is another episode where we're talking about suck.
And then you have Lich Ascension. So this
Yay.
is you've become a Lich.
Yay.
You did it, dude. Your path to Lichdom is complete. You gain the following benefits. You are undead again.
Cool.
Unholy anatomy. You become non-binary. You can have resistance to necrotic and poison damage, and you can't gain exhaustion levels from dehydration, malnutrition, suffocation. Same thing. You get the frightening gaze. You learn the fear spell if you don't already know it, and you always have it prepared.
Cool.
You can cast the spell without expending a spell slot a number of times equal to your spell casting ability modifier. So you just fear. Fear. And then you also have rejuvenation.
The Grinch.
You have rejuvenation is your last ability. If you die, you reform in 1d10 days if you have a spirit jar and aren't revived before then. So if your party can't get to you, you'll be back. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
You gain a new body, appearing with all your hit points in the nearest unoccupied space within 5 feet of your spirit jar. It's a great time to do a character redesign, but yeah. So those are fun. Those are just some fun, like, extra non-required. But if you really want to like commit to like
you Steven Universe, you go back in your gem. Come out a new person.
Come out and you're like, hey, who are you? I just get memory loss every time I come out of the spirit jar.
I'm a what?
Why would you call me that? I don't know a lot, but I think that's a bad word.
That's so good. This is fun.
Yeah.
So you could partner this with
any of these classes or any class in general. But like these are just like I could see doing the Death Knight path with like the Hellfire Knight.
Yeah.
And like
absolutely
you just fully commit to like becoming this like
so cool
knight of death and fire and hell and
I become one of the 4 horsemen.
Basically, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, so those are more like those have nothing to do with the classes, but they're things you can add on to like really enhance your experience or like but you have to like commit to it, otherwise like you don't get all the cool benefits. So like know what you're getting into.
You don't get to be non-binary with unholy anatomy.
Hey, but you could commit and become non-binary. That's what we did.
You did?
Yeah.
This is fun. I'm excited for a lot of this. I want to play a lot of this. I am hungry.
Is that your way of saying you're done?
Yeah, it's almost 7. Haven't eaten since breakfast.
Let's do an actual goodbye.
Haven't had water. Goodbye. If you want to support us, give this podcast a follow, give it a like, leave a comment. Mean one, I don't care.
Tell us what your favorite new subclass is out of the ones we talked about, and if you think you would do one of these paths of villainy, which are pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what book this comes out with, and we'll see what happens. But until next time,
You
you
banished.
banished.